Now, this is a story all about how my gaming life got turned upside down, so I'd like to take a minute less than a gaming install to talk about how one developer ruined it all. So, just sit right there while I'll tell you how Colonial Marines made me just not care.
Sir Cal, pre-order doesn't mean shit, okay? When you pre-order a game, you're just committing to paying for something that some assholes in California haven't even finished working on yet. You know what you get for pre-ordering a game? A big dick in your mouth.
As a follow-up to my Fuck Modern Gaming video, I'd like to have another little rant about something that used to be a big part of gaming to me, and that was the pre-order. Yeah, you know, when you'd get so excited for a game, you'd splash a little cash early to cement it was definitely yours, while getting a few extras for your trouble. Gears 2 Midnight release was the bomb, yo. But for a little context before I go into a full-blown, out-of-touch old man rant about how games were better back in my day, I'm gonna tell you about the game that broke me. So,
listen!
In a world, nay, a year, when gamers were enjoying the likes of GTA 5 and The Last of Us, there was a mere naive boy full of wonder, with an unhealthy dedication and love for all things gaming. But then, a game would release that would change all of that forever and make him the cynical arsehole you now have the unpleasure of listening to today. That game was Aliens Colonial Marines.
that fucking game. Yeah, so being a massive fan of the Alien IP, combined with the good faith Gearbox had earned through Borderlands, as well as also having Randy fucking Pitchford spew lie after lie in every interview, it's safe to say I was hype. Then, they released that trailer. That goddamn trailer. If you know, you know. Anyway, I quickly took out my wallet, grabbed my cash from behind my expired rubber, and ran to my local game store to pre-order it. But being the foolish fool I am, I actually pre-ordered the collector's edition. Powerload a statue with what is likely to be the next great FPS to grace the world, yes fucking please. But then, February the 13th rolled around, and well...
Fuck.
The disappointment and dread that crept over me while playing that abysmal piece of shit still haunts me to this day, and my trust, nay, my faith in developers, gaming sites, interviews, trailers, demos and previews instantly vanished, and since that fateful day of pixelated enlightenment, I vowed never to be so easily fooled again, and nothing about the current state of gaming is ever gonna change my mind. God, I hate that game, I really do. Anyways, back on topic. Here is why you should avoid pre-ordering games like the fucking plague, or maybe even that girl in the club with a sore on her lip. As until we stop paying these greedy, lying, fucktards our hard-earned bees and honey, then ain't nothing gonna change, son.
No. The cake and just about everything else is a lie.
Remember when EA used to say, "It's in the game"? Well, today it's very much not in the game, is it? Well, not unless you either want to pay for it, or in some extra cases, just wait years for it. Here's to you, Halo Master Chief Collection, No Man's Sky, Cyberpunk, and Sea of Thieves. Being Aircom is good now doesn't let you off the hook.
What took you so long?
And look, some lies are acceptable, like, "Hey, Rob, you're not an alcoholic," or "Your new video's great, mate, keep it up." But when the lie is to deceive you into buying a product, well, that's when shit hits the fan in my eyes. It's not a new trend by any means. I mean, just look back at basically anything Peter Molyneux has said to promote his games. But this shit has now evolved and gone full nuclear and is more of a trend than a rare occurrence, with even beloved publishers and developers like CD Projekt Red shitting the bed, and huge earners like Modern Wankfest 3 releasing with the most bare bones amount of content that you could possibly squeeze into a game. It seems that now, more than ever, it's just time to wait and see, instead of rushing to get an early copy.
Wait.
And I don't know, honestly, it's just mind-boggling that with the bigger budgets, bigger teams, etc, that time after time, all we get is the bare minimum when it comes to quality and content for our hard-earned cash. And yet, they still have the audacity to promise, or in the worst cases, show us things that just aren't ever going to be a reality when it comes to the finished product.
Sheer fucking hubris.
But if we complain, we hear never fear, patches, fixes and hidden disc DLC is here, so please still pre-order and buy the game as well as the Battle Pass, because eventually we will deliver you the game you rightfully envisioned from all our false marketing, and your expensive investment based on all the lies we told you beforehand will eventually pay off, and you'll have the game we promised you months or maybe even years ago.
Liar!
Think of it like this: you pay someone to come install a shiny new bathroom for you, with lots of extra little perks because you paid a small fee up front. But when the job is finished, the bath has no taps, there are tiles missing and no toilet seat. It's only half painted without any hot water, but you must still pay the full fee for the work, and then every now and again the contractor will add a tile or two or give you a much needed toilet seat. But every time they do come back and fix one of these issues, another arises somewhere else, and all those little extras you got for paying a little up front are pointless because you can't use the bathroom in the state it's in. And that, my friends, is a very bad analogy of exactly how it feels to buy a broken, unfinished game under a false promise in this day and age.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Another big slap to the face of gamers is something that old faithful, family-friendly Nintendo like to do, and that's the limited release. Sure, this kind of thing makes sense when some beloved indie gems decide to do it, but when the powerhouse that is the big N forces your hand and makes you pre-order by releasing games like Super Mario 3D All-Stars for a limited run, and in a limited stock, meaning scalpers will consume any and all copies that are available, leaving anyone who didn't pre-order the game to have to shell out extra to some basement-dwelling wanker. Come on Nintendo, fuck off with this shit, you're meant to be better than that. Another thing to talk about is the bonuses, and look, I'm as against any XP boost pay to win bollocks as the next man, but those perks don't really irk me all that much, as, well, I haven't cared about online multiplayer since the Dark Ages, and by that I mean Battle Royales. But honestly, if any XP boost or any performance enhancing perk is enough to make you pre-order a game, well, I've got one message for you, and that's get good, son. Jokes aside, one thing that really fucks me off though is hiding fan favourite characters, skins or maps behind a pre-order bonus. And yeah, look, paying for a DLC character is fine and all, as most of the time a lot of thought and care has been put into making them their own unique thing, especially when fighting games are concerned. But making me pre-order a game just to be able to get a classic skin, character or map that's been a staple of that series in every entry before is just fucking dirty in my opinion.
No! It's just dumb.
And the last dumb fucking piece of shit move we have to contend with is hiding betas behind a pre-order. Want to test out if our game is any good? Well, pay up, son. Ain't no freebies round here. Yeah, fuck paying anyone to test our game for us. That means less money for us. We will let you pay to do it for us instead.
Hey, listen.
Demos should be free. End of.
I have spoken.
Quick side note, also while I'm here, that's worth remembering that even if a game releases in a perfectly good state with a wealth of content, there is absolutely nothing stopping publishers fucking it up later on and adding in bullshit like microtransactions at a later date. Here's looking at you, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. You were good. Why'd you do it? Should have stopped while you're on top.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Right, yep, that's it. I'm 6 beers into this rant, and I think I've probably made my point, or more than likely I haven't. And look, before you start screaming at me, I also get that content creators or people who only play online want to get that shiny new game as soon as possible, but is it really worth it when the product is so dire? And at the end of the day, I'm not saying to not get hype for a game, I'm just saying use your old noggin sometimes, you know? Maybe wait and just see. Pre-ordering as a concept used to be only there to make sure you got a copy of the game, but nowadays, unless Nintendo put it out, that's a thing of the past. So honestly, really, what's the rush? Watch a review or two, and maybe you'll save some money. Yep. Right, think that's it. Another drunk rant over. If you'd like to subscribe, like and comment this video, well, be my guest. If you can't be asked, that's great too. But most importantly, as always, I want you guys just to stay tipsy.